All right. What's up? It's a Techno Saturday. Who was first in the chat? Josh Holiday. Yes, happy Saturday. Ezra Hutchinson, welcome. Ryan Scott. Martin Crockett reporting for duty. And Daniel K. Hands up. Hey, what's up? And you can see right there in the chat who's in the house today. My guest who's going to be hanging out will be with us shortly. Mr. Christian Smith. Christian, they can't hear you yet. Sorry. He's in my ear. We'll bring him on in a moment. Who else is here in the chat? Jim Muniku. What up? Emma Veka. Kriok. Yes, boo. It's going to be Halloween soon. I'm thinking about what my costume should be. Kadula, Lucas. Hey, what's up? Overmick, what's up? You guys have some crazy names. Skataki? Did I get that right? Hey. Let us know where you are all from. We're banging it out. This is... I put one of Christian's and my tracks on for the intro that I'm talking over here. I don't even remember if we released this. Maybe Christian and I can talk about that. All right. Anyway, without further ado, what's up, everybody? It's another Selway's Techno and/or Electro Saturdays. Techno today, about to bring on my guest Christian Smith, who is going to hang out. We're gonna start making some kind of, I don't know, hypnotic raw techno track. We'll see where it goes. As always, I'm here at 343 Labs Music Production School here in New York City. We also have our location in Berlin, and we do our online classes. I'm actually doing an online making techno course right now. It's going great. Nice group of people. It's actually the biggest group of people I've ever had, and it's usually like 2 or 3, and we've got like 8. So, but it's good. We've got our 1-year program students in there, and we just started a new cohort for our 1-year program in September. Another nice crew of people coming in, and then our current cohort's going to be graduating at the end of this year. So a lot going on here at 343 Labs. We actually got some big news. We're teaming up with SoundCloud. We've got an event happening soon. Great Dane, one of our instructors here who does the Chop Shop Sample Challenge, which is also, it's here in person and it's also a live stream. We're going to be doing the next Chop Shop at SoundCloud, and we're at their office here in New York. I'm going to go check out their setup here soon and see what because it's actually big for me too. This is the first time I'm going to run a stream from a remote location. So keep your fingers crossed for that. Anyway, if you want to find out more about what we do at 343 Labs and our events coming up and things like Chop Shop, there's links below that you can go to see what events are happening. And if you're ever curious about taking a course with us, you can do that there too. You can give us a call anytime. We've got Nacho, one of our owners, is also doing enrollment. You can call during the day and speak to him and find out what's going on. And that's it for my due diligence. Let's bring on our guest, my good friend and longtime production partner, Christian Smith. What's up?
Hello, everybody. Good to be back.
Again and again and again. You're definitely the most, you have the highest return rate.
Well, we're friends and we don't have any issues dealing with each other. So I think it makes sense.
Well, at least we don't anymore. Yeah, no, we've always had a fun dynamic, and I think people when we're on these streams, people enjoy it. And even if no one was watching, it's still fun. We just do what we do.
Exactly.
Oh, Evan Touts here is throwing out your old school
Neuromancer. That's really right. Old school.
When I met you, that was your DJ name. You were playing kind of techno and hard trance and acid stuff, right?
That's right. That
Rave
was like
days.
93 or something like that. And I think in 94 I dropped that name. Or 95. Anyways.
No, that's why it's like coming up in the end. Just use. I mean, unless you have some strong artistic concept that you need a name for, like just be yourself. There's nothing wrong with that.
Or if you do something that you really you don't really feel, but you feel you have to do it, then maybe it's okay too.
Right. Well, and then, techno and all sorts of different music, but especially, I don't know, in techno, there's a long history of these kind of underground, mysterious, like, pseudonyms, or you don't really know who it is, or... I always thought that was kind of cool. I could never pull it off. I always had to tell everybody, yeah, that was me.
Yeah, but things have changed. I mean, whole industry has changed multiple times over and over. You know, back in the days when we produced our tracks, you know, it was a lot about integrity. You know, really being true to yourself.
Is it not still?
Well, it should be.
It should be,
but the vast majority isn't.
Yeah.
And to be completely honest, I would say 90% of all of the big stars don't make their own music, and they use ghost producers.
That's what my
90%.
Halloween costume's going to be. I'm going to be a ghost producer. I'm going to put on a sheet and have some headphones and like a MIDI keyboard, and I'm going to be a ghost producer for Halloween.
Yes, exactly. That's a good one. I like that. I'm going to be in Iceland, so I don't know what I should be in. It's going to be cold.
Did they celebrate Halloween in Iceland?
You know what? Halloween is an excuse to party.
Yeah, sure.
All over the world now. So even countries that don't really celebrate it, they throw parties, and it's become one of the biggest nights to go out.
Yeah,
in the world,
pretty much everywhere, right?
Yeah.
I know, like, I think here, you know, like the kids do the trick-or-treating until they become teenagers, and then they still get dressed up, but then they just want to party.
But I feel these days, less and less people get dressed up at events.
Yeah, I would say.
You know, whatever.
Unless it's specifically a costume party, you're right.
Yes. Shall we get started?
Yeah, we should. The Ghostface is asking a question here, and let's see. What do you guys think the next trend in techno? It feels like hard groove goes out and then keep it minimal. I think I wasn't reading it exactly like you said it, but yeah, he thinks 2026 will be more minimalistic techno. What do you think?
I think it started already. People like this Italian hard groove guy. I forgot this muscular, tattooed. I forgot his name, but he's quite popular. He's famous hard groove artist, but his style is more minimal. Alarico. Alarico is his artist. He's very good and he's on top of the game, and he is quite minimal but hard groovy at the same time. Mm-hmm. It's cool, and I like that a lot. But to be completely honest, as for myself, I'm quite fed up with the techno scene right now, because especially when it comes to the commercial side of things and like the EDM side of techno, which a lot of labels push, but also the underground side of techno. You know, the underground people think they're the hottest thing ever. You know, and let's face it.
Christian's throwing on fighting words today.
No. But let's face it. What the vast majority of raw techno producers are producing right now, we've been producing for 20, 30 years. It's nothing new. So I feel right now that in the commercial side of things, it's become EDM. So it shouldn't even be called techno, and the underground is really not progressing. So I hope that in 2026, some changes being thrown into the equation. I hope.
Yeah, I mean, it always ebbs and flows, and things come in waves, and things come around again. And I feel like when I was more active and gigging and DJing, I had my finger on the pulse a little bit more, and I felt like I could kind of anticipate a little bit. But that was also back when there was less music coming out, and now it's just so saturated. There's and you know, maybe there is a little stagnation, right? Because so many people are doing it, and they're all like doing there's a lot of similar music, especially like I know you hear promos coming out all the time, right? And so many tracks sound the same. Like I heard that before. And if you're a new artist and you're learning, and it's like exciting. Oh, like I finally figured out how to do it, right? But also there's like a million other tracks that sound like you, so it's really hard to stand out.
But you also know why everything sounds the same, because many people end up using the same sound banks. You know?
I talk about that with my students all the time. Like, you can be creative with splice loops, but you know what? Like, it's better if you take a chance and go look for different sounds and don't use the same stuff, right?
But people are lazy these days. People and same comes to when it goes to attention span. People want the instant fix. Mm-hmm. So they're not up for playing around on a loop for an hour, 2 hours to get it right. They just take the splice, bang, done.
Yeah, you know? Literally in my making techno class, their first homework assignment is just to like make a loop. Don't do anything else. Just work on the groove. Make the groove work first, right? Like kick drum, 100%. Bass line, some percussion. Don't arrange anything yet. Just like make it feel good. Pick some good sounds, make some good sounds, put some effects on it, and make it danceable even before you go farther.
And one thing I gotta say about John, which drove me nuts, when we worked together all the time in the past. Basically, let's say we finish a track, then we were gonna start a new track, and then John said, "Now we have to start. We cannot use any sounds that we used before." I was like, "What the fuck? Not a kick drum, not a hi-hat. Everything had to be completely new." And it wasn't irritating, but I was like, "Why?" But at the same time, I learned so much, and yes, now in my productions, I do repeat some sounds, but I try to really mix it up all the time. And I think doing that keeps the motivation alive.
Definitely.
So,
Definitely.
really, it's important to change things up all the time.
Yeah. And even just like, and you do this, like you'll try doing different stylistic directions. It's like a challenge for yourself to see.
100%.
Yeah. And then, I think we were talking about a track you're working on that's a little bit more melodic, and we're trying to get the chord progression right. And, that kind of thing is good to explore, as well as like
totally
how fat that kick drum is.
Yes.
So, unless you have something else to say, should we start messing around?
Let's do it.
So, all right, we're coming into this pretty cold. We're like, hey, we're just going to start making a track today with no like big plan. I think, and Christian was just like raw techno, hypnotic techno, something like that, right? So we can either start from zero and see how far we can get, or I have this sketch here that's pretty deep. You could help me fix it. Either way.
I would prefer that we're going to come up, we have like roughly 45 minutes, an hour, whatever. Let's come up with all the parts for a track. We don't do any of the arrangements. So we start from scratch.
Totally zero.
We come totally zero. We come up with all the hooks. You guys can watch us choose how, or how we discuss how we come about choosing our hooks, and
hooks.
Let's do that. No.
Let's do it. If I come on here with just like a totally empty Ableton Live session, I'm like, oh shoot, like what do we do now? It's like
The only thing which we can't do too much is we can't play around too much. We kind of like, as we don't have that much time, and we want to show the people here what we kind of do. We got to do it a bit faster than we would usually do, but that's okay too, right?
I think if we even get half of what we want done in 45 minutes, we'll be fine. And we could spend 20 minutes picking a kick drum, but no.
Okay.
Oh my goodness. Hold on. Let me just make sure that everybody's hearing everything.
I already have an idea stylistically where I think we could do something interesting. But if assuming you agree, I was thinking of something maybe we do like an organ hook similar to a Rob Hood track.
Okay.
And we do like, let's say, for lack of a better word, like a hard groove, like a tribal loop, and a fast techno track with a Detroit melodic hook.
I see.
What do you think about that? I don't know.
Well,
I'm just thinking out loud.
What I think about that is that even though we did a test at the beginning of our session, I'm not hearing the output. I'm not hearing any audio going. Can you guys hear it? Do you hear the music? You hear the kick drum right now? Shoot. Man. All right. Sorry, guys.
I get it.
We totally did the sound check at the beginning, and you heard.
It worked fine. I can attest to that.
Yeah. All right. So here, let's go back to our welcome screen, and I'm gonna quit live, and we're gonna start over, and we're gonna do what we can. And tell us a story, Christian. While I fix. Tell us about like a recent gig while I fix our sound.
Recent gig.
Travel story.
I can tell you what I'm doing next week, and my memory is really bad these days. But next week, on Wednesday I fly to London, London, UK. I have a private show there. Then on Friday I fly to Reykjavik, Iceland. I play there on Friday. Saturday I fly to Miami, and then Sunday I fly to Medellin, Colombia, where I play at Rituales Festival. Like I think it's a huge, like 40,000 people festival in Colombia. That should be great. And I'm playing a back-to-back with I forgot what's his name. Oh, friend of mine from Toronto. Oh my God, so bad.
I really put you on a spot there, didn't I?
Oh yeah, no. I need to look. It just slipped my mind because I don't do many back-to-backs. But
Yeah.
let me think.
Okay, I think our sound is back.
Let me see.
Do you hear the kick drums, Christian?
Yes, I do.
Everybody watching, do you hear the kick drums? Are we good? Are we back? We can
Who am
make
I doing
beats
my
now.
backs backwards? Kenny Glasgow.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
That's blast from the past, man.
He's a great guy, and he's still around. And
Wait, what
he
was
has
the group he was in with that other guy?
something department.
Art department.
Art department. Yes.
Yeah. More like house, minimal, like groovy stuff,
It was
right?
Art department was very hipster
Oh.
back in the days. They were huge. They were huge, and he's a great producer and a great DJ. He's been playing as long as us, and yeah, so it should be fun to play with him in Colombia.
Nice.
The only thing is, I'm gonna have to play softer, which is fine. But
You can handle it. You're a pro.
no, because in Colombia is Colombia, I would say, is pretty much the only country in the world that's still predominantly techno. Like, whereas most,
Interesting.
even most techno promoters in Europe are just booking pop music now, Colombia is still techno. So, but anyways, it's gonna be a lot of fun, and let's make this track.
Let's
Now
make
that
this
you got
track. Now that I got the
sound going, yes.
All right.
Let's-
What kind of kick drum do we want?
A
Whatever.
mid-range, yeah, whatever, but not too deep. Like a mid-rangey shorts, something that punches through the mix quite easily.
Yeah, that's a. See, here's where I will admit I am disorganized. It's funny for a guy who's like an instructor for music production with Ableton Live. Like,
Yeah.
I should have a little
You should
folder
have-
of all my best kicks.
Yes.
And
yes,
I don't.
yes.
And what Christian was saying before about trying new sounds all the time, that's why. Because if I have to dig, I'm going to find something different, right? But it does slow you down a little bit, especially when you're doing a live stream. So what I'm going to do usually if I'm just got a placeholder kick, I pick like a standard 909, but I always like the DS kick synth in live because you can make it kind of go whichever way you want, and then you can fix it later, right? So
Let's do fast. 142.
right, Christian's calling the shots today.
Yes. Just to ease up,
Exactly. You tell me what to do.
Well, really, put together.
That's pretty fast.
Yeah, that's good enough for now.
Okay.
I would maybe a bit more upper mids. Could be a little bit more clicky. Yes. I don't see the screen. I just see you.
Yeah, I know. Want me to change that?
Well, I'm ideally. Otherwise, I'm just gonna have to trust my ears.
Well, that's a good challenge too.
Yeah.
Here, let's see if I can do that for you. Let's see if I can get you to see this. Then you won't see me anymore.
Oh, that's okay. I can handle that.
What do you see now?
I see the project. Good.
All right, good. It'll be a little blurry, but it'll work.
Yeah, that's okay.
Nice. All right. So now what? We've got our kick drum.
Let's get to the meat of it. Let's try to come up with a
Oh, you were thinking like Rob Hood kind of organ-y
Rob
thing.
Hood. Yeah, So we need to find some kind of how should I say?
Do we go presets or do we do like
Let's go. Let's find a digital organ
or
sound.
like an old school house organ?
It needs to be something with a quite strong attack.
I mean, I honestly, when we've done this before, that kind of Rob Hood style FM, or I'll usually just use operator and tweak it. But so many of these sounds in my library don't have previews. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not. Maybe just the basic organ, and we can tweak it.
Yes, and it's kind of like it's not very. Those hooks tend to be quite non-musical. You know what I mean?
Well, like I mean, I'm thinking like the really old school Robert Hood. He was using the dope for 16-step sequencer, and you'd have like chords jumping up and down, right?
And I think a lot of these old Detroit guys also used the Casio, the DX7. They use a lot of digital synths.
Yeah, Casio. You know what I think? The Kevin Saunderson, the original Reese bass from Just Another Chance, was like a CZ synth, like a CZ 100 or CZ
yes and no.
1000, something like that.
I really went into the rabbit hole with Kevin. He was like, he used his sounds came a lot from presets of a sampler called an Sonic Mirage. You know Sonic Mirage?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
that sampler. Derek May use it for Strings of Life. Most of the presets are the factory sounds of the Sonic Mirage sampler. The sampler that was like came out in the early 90s, late 80s. And if you listen to those sounds now, they all sound like shit. But,
no, they don't.
But
they sound cool.
No, they need to be processed like crazy to sound good. But these guys made incredible music with this very now rudimentary equipment. You know, it's like really
right. And that's another thing I like to talk about is, you know, with techno, a lot of times, not always, but a lot of times, it's like the sounds are like relatively simple, but then you're using effects and being creative with effects to make it more.
Yes.
And also just working within limitations of like having a few sounds and working with those sounds and pushing it as far as you can go.
Very true.
So I'm cheating a little bit. I'm using a step sequencer, the mono sequencer, and I'm just gonna like randomize the pattern, and it's playing a chord, right? And then we'll tweak it until it sounds cool, right? So prepare for it not to sound good at first, and then we'll make it work. Right? See what I mean?
Yes.
So it's like kind of. Like you
kind of like it, but the sound is kind of flimsy and crappy.
Yeah,
but this is good. Yes, this is already a good start.
Right. I also feel like it's a little too high. Let me. Lower is better, right?
Yes. This is good, man.
Retrigger.
That was better before.
Really?
Yeah.
That's how it was before. Or higher. You want it higher?
I think this is something that we can layer with another one, right? As this is going to be our main hook. But yeah, the hook is good. The sound is not.
All right.
We need something with expressive, right? This is kind of very like flimsy almost, you know?
Yeah, it's a simple organ sound. I mean, you want to try some other presets, or do you want to do some sound design?
No, let's presets. Let's do that, cousin.
All right. Again, be prepared for random not sounding.
Yeah, that's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. You know, sometimes you go through a lot of shit sounds to find the one right sound.
The little clickiness is very like Minimal Nation kind of minimal, like clicky kind of. You know what I mean?
Up one.
Do you like that ringy kind of thing?
Something like that, but this one is a bit too undefined.
We haven't used any effects or anything yet. We could like play around with that.
True, especially with compression.
All right, we can squash the heck out of it if you like.
Yeah, let's do that and see where we get.
I mean, that's just gonna smooth it out, right? Not that dynamic.
But you filter down the synth right now, no? Or not?
Did I filter it down?
Is that... Okay. Okay, I would compress this now.
Yeah, it is.
Okay. Put a sidechain on it. And you put a sidechain on it.
No. Did I? They didn't.
No, we need to.
Okay.
We should. I hope you agree. This is good, man. You see? It has a Rob Hood feel, but it's still different, you know? That's the thing. I always make new tracks. Not always, but most of the time when I make new tracks, I use other tracks as inspiration.
Don't we all?
Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with that. It's only good because at the end of the day, your track will end up sounding completely different anyways. Oh yeah, baby.
It's so simple.
Yeah, but that's what techno is about.
I like the idea of it being shorter sometimes.
Yes, no, of course, in the arrangement. Okay, now
I'm also gonna squash it. I've been having fun just like mixing through too much saturation and compression lately. Just right from the beginning, have it being pushing the edge a little bit crunchy slightly.
We should also try to layer the sound with like a bassy, with a tight bassy sound.
Huh. Interesting.
Yes, because it needs. The sound in itself has a good amount of bass, but I think a tighter bass will be more complementing. You know?
So you think the same sequence, but with like a bass sound?
Yes.
Well,
why
try
not try it? You know, it's like worst case we cut out the high notes.
All right. Which synth do you think?
What do you have here? What do you have handy right now?
Anything you want. I mean,
I can't see the screen is a bit washed out.
I mean, something like Pigments, a Mini Moog, could be another operator, anything you want. Could be a 303, like, you know.
Let's do 303. Why not? You know.
But we'll have, instead of using the internal sequencer, we'll send it the notes.
And we use it for different purpose. You know, everybody always uses it for acid, you know.
Okay. Let's see if this works. All right, so I need to go in and change the settings to MIDI mode.
Which version is audio realism? I haven't seen that in a long time.
Pretty sure. Yeah, that's the sequence. That's the same sequence that's going into the chord. And it sounds
pretty good already.
Just by itself, it sounds good, yeah.
Yes.
I need to make the duration of the notes shorter.
And this we need to sidechain heavily as well.
And also, I don't want it to be bending all the time. Why is it bending? That's weird. Yeah, that's you don't mind it?
I don't mind the bend. No, I don't. Yeah, but definitely not. We should just use this for the subs, you know? I don't want this to be like an acid track.
Why not?
I don't know. That's another thing. I'm so sick and tired of acid. No, because everybody just does these really stupid 2-note lines. You know.
I know what you mean. Yeah, like, you know, real like, acid is a whole other thing, like, right? Then just
exactly.
Bow, right?
Exactly. It's just like to me, these peak time techno producers really killed the traditional acid for me. But hopefully, in a year's time, I'll get over it and.
I'm still kind of confounded as why is it shouldn't be doing bends, like I'll fix it later. I don't want this to slow us down. Now we have to figure out whether this even works with that.
Of course it does, you see it? And it fills the space nicely.
This is very early to mid 90s minimal, right? Mid 90s minimal, but fast.
This is good. This is good, John. This is good.
Whoa, that's where the clickiness was coming from. I like that. You wanted Rob Hood, you got it. I'm resisting the urge to put delays on this, Christian. Who are you typing? You typing some emails there? I can hear you going clicky, clicky.
No, I'm typing in the chat.
Oh, cool. I'm glad you're talking to people.
Yes.
All right. Well, while you're doing that, I'm gonna find a hi-hat.
Okay. I would say we should have a fast close what do you mean 16th notes, maybe 606 or 808, like a thin
Yeah.
you know.
Why is it, man? I typed in 808 one shot hi-hat. No, not loop, hi-hat, and I'm getting all this other crap.
That's the thing about raw techno, it's like you don't need to have that many parts.
No, you don't.
But what you need to do is you need to be dynamic. Things need to constantly change.
Totally.
And you need to keep the track exciting. Yeah. And another thing that I feel has recently changed with all styles of electronic music is that the tracks have become much shorter. Most of my raw techno tracks are like 4.5 minutes.
Put a little syncopation in there. Da, 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 da.
Yeah. And then on top of that, of course, a closed 909.
But has to be 909?
No, it doesn't. If you have something else that's good.
Well, let's start with that. We can always make it fancy later.
Exactly.
That one. But we'll put some effects on it. We'll shape it.
Yeah, we can add a treble loop. Somebody's saying treble loop. I'm not against that. Ryan. Let's add a
or just
double.
add some other thicker drums to it.
Let's add a double. Dun. No, it sounds weird shuffle to it.
It's not shuffled at all.
No,
Maybe
but
it's just...
yeah, but John, I would, instead of adding many, I would add one, but really audible. Otherwise,
so occasionally, but not all the time.
yeah, no, every 2 measures is fine. Because we need to have change.
We need evolution. Shifter. Whoa.
That hi-hat, can you open it a bit more? Okay.
I'm thinking it should be a little sharper, a little brighter, a little dirtier.
Yes, a little brighter. Yes, I agree. EQ it. And no, not too much distortion, but a little reverb on it would be good.
Yeah.
Sorry, those stupid hits.
Reverb on the hi-hat.
doesn't color the sound so much, but that is audible, you know?
How's that?
I'm fine with that. Let's add a clap. I would say on every kick.
We always do that.
Yeah.
We've made this track so many times already.
You should ask Ben Sims how many times he's done the same track.
A lot. I know.
Or Mark Broom. Ask him how many times he's done the same track.
All right. Not clips. I don't want clips. I want claps, not clips. I'm like, can we pick a clap that's not an 808 or 909?
Yes, yeah, I'm not against that. That one up, one higher.
That one? Or that one?
Yes, no. The one up.
That one.
Yes.
That might be, I feel like that might be a little rough. We'll see.
Let's see.
Like, I feel like that would be...
No, that's too hard. Then that's... No. Okay. No, I agree. It's not good.
Whoa, not conga. What just happened?
But any of those are good. Okay.
These are 808s.
Yeah. Okay, that's why.
I mean, yeah,
that's good.
It's what you expect.
Good. Yeah, it just works.
I'm dancing. I'm running. I feel like I need to run really fast.
Shakers.
Okay. All the typical moves, but hey, it works. Keep doing it.
Yes, and yes. And oh no, those are good.
Okay.
I don't know. Let's see if you can make it work. You know.
Like, is it a loop or is it a one shot? I think we want to put it in as a one shot. I mean, it's got character, right? That's good.
Let's see. Yeah, exactly. It does. I like the thickness of it.
Feels a little bit late, but I could shift it earlier slightly.
Shift it earlier, and we should put a panning delay on this as well. I'm not sure about the placement though. What do you think, John?
I think it could be. That's okay. It's making it a little bit more organic, which could be good.
I think the shaker should be rolling. It shouldn't stop. No.
Let's put the delay on it and see how that works. Which one? I always use echo, but it's kind of overcomplicated for this.
Oh yeah. That's it, baby. That's it. Just a little bit too loud. That's good, man. That's really good. sound yet? We don't, do we?
Nope.
I think we should add one.
I have
Did you compress it to your 3 yet?
No.
You need to compress it and EQ it. You know, roll off some of the bottom. You know,
There's not that much low end in this.
then we should maybe add a little bit more too. EQ it, right?
Yeah.
And we should EQ the what's it called? Not the low lows, but the mid lows, the lows that you actually feel in the track.
Come on, plug in. Where'd you go? Definitely more sub in there now, right?
Definitely, and that's good, man. That's good. Hell yeah. Big difference, huh?
The sub is rumbling now.
I think right now the main, maybe the bass is a little bit too loud, and the melodic hook is not loud enough.
Just looking for some weird reverb to put on it.
I would say clean reverb.
Okay, not weird reverb. Make
Not
it just
weird, no.
I don't know.
This is good, man. I would maybe add, make the clap 1 or 2 dBs louder.
What do you think?
Good.
A little louder, a little brighter.
Yes. Now 909 open highs on top of that for arrangement's sake. For arrangement's sake. Excuse me, English. I haven't been drinking yet. That's the problem.
That's the problem? How about 16th note claps?
No. Although as a fill, this would be fine.
As a fill.
As a fill, we can use that, you know?
Put some flangers on it. Okay.
Speaking of flanger, do you have a good flanger that's very slow, that doesn't color the sound too much? Because then we could maybe put that on the main hook. But it needs to be one that doesn't color the sound too much.
We can just try the Ableton flanger and see if we can dial it in.
Okay. Yeah, alright, baby. And after you added the ride, we need the open height, and then we should look for a mid-rangey drum sound, you know, that we can add maybe a drum loop, and then that's it, finished. No, because then all we need to do, then the rest is all about the arrangement and automation. Dropping things in and out and opening filters and closing them, and that's it. That's because it's one mistake a lot of people do with raw techno is they
do too much.
They overproduce. They have too many parts. It gets messy. It's no good. The key is be tight and and have strong parts.
Yeah. That said, I started hearing a.
What are you hearing?
I heard a like kind of restyle bass melody underneath it.
It depends. That's the thing. If you get more complex with it, you lose all of the Ben Clocks and these guys. They will just not.
Sure.
They would never play it. No, it's just because the music that they play is of this nature and is not very very musical or very complex, and that doesn't make it any worse. It's like
sure.
It's that's kind of what makes those DJs really good, actually, is that they can create a really great set with kind of minimal music and be successful at it, and that's really fucking cool because very few artists these days are successful playing real underground music.
No, you're right. It's like if it doesn't have a big build and a hook and someone telling you what to do, right?
Yes. So I think this is good. But what about some mid-rangey drum sounds that we can add?
I always like going into these synthesized drums that have cool tones in them. I do that a lot for hooky drums, the ones that stand out.
I was more thinking like hard groove style, like
oh, I see.
A simple drum loop that we just compress the hell out of it. And
we could try
and you use the pumping effect. But this splice is good.
Okay. I'm gonna do an experiment. I don't know if this is good. This might be the wrong thing, but
look what we did in 30 minutes. Huh? Like this is already, we have the vast majority of a raw techno track already done. But let's find another mid-rangey sound, and I think this will be it.
I need to fix the timing of it, but something like that's crunchy.
Could be. Could be. I'm not against that.
All right. I heard that I came across this sample the other day, and I thought about using it. So why not? But is it gonna work? I like the idea of having some like noise in the background, just some kind of texture.
I like the first part, not the second part. And the first part should loop more frequently, Yeah, we're going in different directions now. This sounds cool. This kind of like the filter.
I don't know.
No. Come.
I think it's too noisy to fit with the. Now that I put it in there, I'm like, nah, it's not. It would be good without the organ.
Well, let's see how it sounds with the bass and the organ. That's all about the context.
Wait, why did that just go up again? I lost my. There we go. Nah.
Yeah, we need a more organic kind of tribal loop,
That's without the filter.
It sounds like a snare. Yeah, but put the organ. It's messy, John. This is good, but use the first part, John, not the second one.
I just cut it.
Yeah, again, but cut it again.
So just this.
Yes, this, but yes. Yes. Okay, no. It's not working, John.
Okay.
We're trying to get too creative for our own good here. And
Never. Okay, everybody. Christian says, don't get too creative for your own good.
No, it's just like I feel like we're wasting time now. We're trying to create something that is probably not going to work in the end. So yeah, let's go with more organic sounds. I think it's better. Yes.
All right. I mean, that's just a straight up conga loop, and it's also not even warped properly. So let's see what happens.
Let's see.
Yeah, it's like that's the problem. I have a hard drive full of 90s sample CD rips, and none of them are trimmed correctly. Like you have to go in and edit them, which is a little annoying.
All we need to do is take a small part and loop it. That's
Yeah. So let's see if we can get this. Yeah, but see how it's like.
I like the boom boom. Oh, let's see.
It's very, very syncopated.
We need to move it. We need to make it more rhythmic.
More rhythmic.
Congas are risky. No, they're not. Congas are great. Okay, that's good. Hey, let's John sidechain this and compress it.
Okay.
Compress it heavily. Sidechain it heavily, and then we'll see.
You know that trick, everybody? Using a frequency shifter to tune your drums. It's so cool. That's straight out of the sample.
If anything, John, yeah, this is cool, but I would maybe distort it, compress it, and distort. I think before we'll cut through the mix more than pitch down.
Let's see how it sounds with this.
No, but first, John, we need to compress it and sidechain it. Like this is gonna be messy, and it works. It's a bit messy though.
That's what I just said.
Yes, because you didn't sidechain it.
Another thing I could do. I'm gonna get rid of the drum hits that hit with the kick drum.
Okay. And this part, I would maybe distort it a little bit, compress the living hell out of it, and sidechain it, and then it will pump properly, and it will make a difference.
It's definitely compressed already. Like crunchy, like overdrive distortion, like more industrial sounding, or just saturate it? Like how do you want to
saturate it? But
Okay.
not just that it even crunchy, just that it sounds a bit tougher, Yes. Something like that. Yes.
Curious. EQ. Yeah, there's a lot of mud in that sound. It's subtle now. It's good. How we doing?
We're doing good. Where are we with the drum loop? Yeah, it's barely audible. This was not what I was envisioning. But
Louder now.
You didn't sidechain it. Can you please sidechain it?
Sure.
To the kick. Yeah. This will make a big difference. You'll see.
Well, you saw what I did with the volume.
I saw what you did, but
That's what a sidechain would do.
But I can hear. I can still sound it. I don't know. Do it. We'll see.
Do it.
We'll see. We'll see. I'm confident, just like you are.
Yes, we are. We definitely are.
No. But if you want to get the hard groove sound, you need to push.
Well, yeah,
push it through compression. If you're very polite, you're not going to get that sound. You know.
Yeah. No. It's more like what I'm feeling is the drummy groove kind of pulls away from the minimal Rob Hood style groove, and how do we balance them? I think is what I'm thinking.
Yes, so, and that I think is a beauty, because you don't really have many tracks that have Rob Hood style, but like hard groove drums. So
someone must have done it. Now it's a little more exaggerated pumping now.
Yeah. Yep.
Another thing is, like, if we were making a hard groove track, we would have started with a bunch of drum loops and cut up drums already, right? It would have been a different. It would have been a chunky kind of. So now we're just kind of adding syncopated percussion to a different. Yeah. So it's sort of in between. I like it as a kind of filling in the energy.
I would make it sound harder, or maybe just louder.
I just turned it up. Oops, sorry, 1 second. I'm messing things up. I need to unlink that.
This is good. This is groovy. Groove is. I like it. Exactly. Somebody's suggesting overdrive. I agree with that.
All right. I think what you're wanting might be more low frequency, because this is very mid and high frequency, and adding distortion is going to make it brighter, but it's not going to make it heavier.
Okay, so let's do that. I don't disagree. I agree with you.
So we just need to find some percussion, some drum loops.
No. Let's try to work with the sounds that we have there. I don't think we need many more sounds. We just need to perfect what we have.
I'm thinking, like, if we put in a couple other one-shot lower frequency drums with this to fill it out, that could be good.
Okay. Yeah. That sounds fine.
Yeah. So let's find something.
No fighting here.
See.
All good.
We still do it, Christian.
We're not fighting. we have slight disagreements, but that's the beauty of collaborations. Like,
well, those are heavy. Man, I got too many random samples. Like something like that, like an 808 with the reverb, with the noise could be cool.
Yeah. Let's do that. Let's see.
Sometimes you just pick the first thing you find and see if it works.
Make sure that this doesn't mess with the bass line. distort the living hell out of this. The whole track is, to be honest, is too polite. We need something in there that's rough, you know? Right now it's all very good, very polite. So let's try distorting the living hell out of those, and let's see. It might not work. It might work.
But distorting this again, it's such a clean sound, you know? We can try.
Yes.
It is very polite sounding though, isn't it?
Yes, yeah, the track could sound a bit rougher, you know? Even though clean tracks work perfectly in clubs.
Yeah.
A bit of attitude never hurts, you know? Exactly. Because remember, I used to play tracks where the whole master was just like distorted and
Well, yeah, that's why I was saying I've been like
and it worked.
mixing through.
It worked, you know?
Like if I put a saturator right here. Like that's just adding the rumble, you know, the crumbling up underneath kind of vibe.
This is good. I like it now.
I don't like the tuning of the sound.
Okay.
But
maybe tune it lower, but then it becomes less audible.
I don't know. Something funny about it.
Maybe just do it like ba 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 ba, you know? Less. I don't hit loop it, ba ba ba. I don't. Ah, okay.
It's okay.
I'm also not crazy about it. Can you put the clapping? Just for context, everything we have. Let's put it in. No. If anything, it stops the track. Boom. You know what? We need to have something driving that doesn't stop before it stops. Boom. Boom, boom. Boom, 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 boom. You know? Is there different velocities there on the notes?
I like this right now. Listen to it.
Yeah, but I like this too. But is it different velocities or is it the same?
On this, it's the same.
Oh no. Okay. Then make it louder. I think this is a volume thing. Bass is rocking, man, and it's super tight. The shaker's great too.
It's a loop.
You know what I don't like about this song? That it stops. Bum, 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 bum. It shouldn't stop.
Oh. I did.
You know what I mean?
I know what it is.
That's the problem. That's what takes. Nah, this is it.
There, I knew it.
This is it. This is the.
Does that still work?
This is the. Yes.
I feel like it needs to be tuned differently.
It needs to be louder. It needs to be louder.
But then it covers up all the cool drum stuff.
Yeah, it's tricky. It's tricky. That's the thing where mixing is very important.
Just put delay on it.
Yeah, but that makes it trancy, John.
You like trance?
Sorry. Not today. Sorry. Not when I try to make a raw techno track.
I'm having fun. Come on. Yeah, I get it. It's messy.
It's really messy. If anything, this needs to be really fucking tight and loud. This is the most important sound of the track, more than anything else.
Except for the fact that for me it conflicts with the drum groove, and so
then we have to put the drum grooves more in the background if need be. But this and the let's play this with the bass.
we could also try changing the pitch. You know, somewhere maybe one of those.
It's okay, it needs to be way louder. Yes. But now, you know what? These toms, they work.
Yeah.
This is good.
Of course they do. We know what we're doing.
Yeah, no, it's all good. Yeah, the claps work as well. Now all we need is to arrange a track and keep it dynamic and open the filter, close it, and like, yes.
Okay. Since we're ducking everything, I did it to this sequence too.
Yeah, but this is cutting too much away, unfortunately here. It's cutting the Rob Hood character.
Can't do
if
that.
You know what I mean?
Not allowed.
No, we shouldn't, right? You know what? Can you run this through? Let's try to warm the sound a little bit. Maybe run it through it like an Oh, I really don't like that.
I knew you wouldn't. I was just messing around.
If anything, I don't like the percussive part of the sound.
Is that better?
I think so. I have to hear it in context. But
We can play with all this stuff.
yeah, but now it's changing. Now it sounds completely different from before, John.
Well, that's what undo is for, Christian. You can play with all that stuff.
Yes, exactly. For the arrangement, that's amazing.
If you wanted to thicken it up, I'm using the saturator in there. Yeah, I'm getting tired of it now. But
No, but
I think because it needs to change. It needs to be arranged. It needs to be put in context now.
Now we basically did what we wanted to do in 1 hour. We put
Well,
together all the parts. No, we basically put
longer,
together
but
all the parts.
we went over
needed.
actually. It's almost 2.
Okay, well, what to
No,
do, you know?
good amount of time, I think, because I think it's
Yes.
ready to start arranging.
I agree.
And wow.
And I'm glad that we managed to suss it out with the groove at the end, adding these toms and stuff.
Mhm.
It's really worked. It adds another layer of energy, which in raw techno energy, I think is one of the most energy and tension are 2 things that are really important.
Totally. So
Anyways, yes,
you're going to have to come back and we'll arrange it another time.
another time. Although I gotta say, and also for the people watching us now, arranging is much less fun than composing. Correct me if I'm wrong, John.
Well, it depends on how you're doing it. Now, if we had this set up with like MIDI controllers and we were doing a live jam and we recorded ourselves doing the arrangement in real time, that would be exciting more than
yes,
copy,
yes,
paste, automate, right?
Yes.
So it can be fun.
But this is good. I'm very happy with this, and I think this is definitely something that we should finish and hopefully will release as well.
Yep. Nice one. Well, that's it for today. Thanks very much, Christian, for hanging out. This is definitely fun, and it's nice to be on the stream and have someone else kind of take the driver's seat position and just like it's easy. it's easy and fun, and we definitely every single time. It's rare that we come up with something where we're like, I hate this. You know, like we usually course correct and make sure that it's staying on the right track, and we get there. So yeah, as always, thanks very much. We'll talk again soon. Thanks everybody for watching, and I'll see you next time. Adios.
Adios.